The Layman's Perspective
Welcome, welcome,
Podcast.
welcome. Welcome to our first installment of the Layman's Perspective. I'm your host, Jamarli, and I have here with me.
Welcome, guys. My name is Raphael, and this is the Layman Podcast.
Okay. So basically, on this podcast, we basically take big ideas and explain them in layman terms so our guests and everyone can understand them. There's so much thing going on in the world right now. So I think now is the time for this podcast because this podcast just help us make sense of what's going on in the world. And so with that, let's get started.
Yep.
Okay, Raphael. People must be wondering who are these two strange guys sitting there on stage saying that they're gonna explain big ideas to us. They're acting like they're some smart guys and stuff like that. So for people who don't know, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. What can I say? Obviously, I'm Nigerian,
Yeah.
and I'm a nurse. I
Not to
schooled
cut
in.
it, not to cut it, but you know what? I was just about to ask you that question. Your accent. A lot of people might be wondering where is that accent from?
Oh, my accent is totally Nigerian.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Don't try to make anything of it.
Okay.
It's purely Nigerian.
Yeah.
Purely Nigerian. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people might come up with so many things, but
Yeah.
it's purely Nigerian
But
accent.
if you were to predict, though, where would you think my accent come from?
You're Jamaican. It's unmistakable.
No, you're kidding me, bro. Because a lot of people when they hear me for the first time, they said, "Wow, you must be American." How do you sound like that?
I wish those people good luck with their earrings. They need to see the doctor for checkup.
For
If
checkup.
they think you're American with this thick Jamaican accent.
Exactly.
No, it's unmistakable. But I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good to be on here today. And
Yeah.
like I said, obviously I'm Nigerian. I'm a nurse. I schooled in Nigeria. Worked as a nurse in Nigeria for a few years.
Yeah.
And then moved over to England. Worked a few years, and then moved to America a couple years ago. And yeah, it's been fun so far.
Okay. So what was it like being like a nurse in Nigeria, though?
Well, man, it's crazy out there, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I can't even lie. I've been a nurse in Nigeria. I guess one of my resolutions as a nurse was that I was never going to work in a bedside.
Yeah.
So I literally worked in a fertility clinic and then worked as a school nurse. So I'm not really sure what it was like, but training.
Yeah.
While in school, going for clinicals and things like that, I got to see firsthand what it was like to be a nurse, like working in the med surge floor and things like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Exactly.
That's
But
the word.
I must say to my guests that let me do a little introduction of myself before we even go any further.
Yeah.
So I'm Jamarli. As Raphael clearly indicated, I have a Jamaican accent. So I was born and raised in Jamaica, basically. I also started off my nursing career while I was in Jamaica, and moved to the U.S. where I'm also practicing nursing, and I'm also furthering my studies as well. But one of the questions, Raf, I think we get like, especially as a male nurse for the most part, they said, "Wow, why did a male like yourself ended up in the profession? And how was your first like? What was your first what was your first thought about going into the profession? What brought you into nursing?"
Man, I can't even lie because I can tell you so many fancy stories.
Yeah.
Because as a Nigerian, I can easily make things up, but I'm not gonna lie about this because
Exactly. I want to hear the real raw stuff.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you the real stuff, man. So nursing wasn't my first choice
Yeah.
of profession growing up. Obviously, I wanted to do something else, but in Nigeria, getting to university is really tough.
Yeah.
It's not like here in America where you just get into a college and all that stuff and then you
Well,
just
really?
pick majors. Yeah, it's super difficult.
Not to cut you, but while I was living in Jamaica, one of the most interesting fact I heard about Nigeria was that education was basically free all the way up to university.
No, that's BS. That's never true at all.
Wow.
That's BS. Yeah, it's not true at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to pay for your education. I mean, they have some government schools where education is free from maybe like the primary ones to like We usually call it primary one to JSS 3. That's where you then go off and go into the college and things like that. But from that early stage to the point where you try to get into college, that's where the education is free. But once you get into the colleges, you have to pay so much money to get into colleges.
Wow.
And then,
That's
I mean, aside from just the money, it's super competitive
yeah.
in terms of writing exams and all that. So that's why
But I can only
a lot of
imagine
people never
because
make it to the university in
yeah, I can only
Nigeria.
imagine because I hear that Nigeria has like some of the smartest people in the world. So you
It's
guys are being
I'm telling you, man, it's bloody crazy out there because I mean, it's not even about the exam only. It's
yeah,
about the corruption.
yeah.
That's another aspect of it. So
Wow.
you can be as smart as you can be and read and study and all that. Even if you get to the point that you're supposed to get into university and you pick the course that you want to get, because some other people have gone behind and paid some money to some people and they know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, they're gonna get into university ahead of you,
Wow.
irrespective of not even passing. Some people don't even take the exams. You who have been studying for years and
Ralph,
you
you're,
get to
you're
the
you're cracking me up right now, bro.
I'm
Because
telling you, man.
how is that even possible? Some people don't even do the exam and ended up in
I'm telling you,
university.
man. Yeah, some people don't have to do the exam; they get into university. Yeah, ahead of you
Wow.
who took the exam and passed,
Yeah.
you still wouldn't get that program. So there's so many trials, and I'm not even saying that I'm the smartest person in the world and I passed the exam
Yeah.
exceedingly, but I'm saying to the extent that I passed the exam, I should have gotten a shot at least into university, but it just didn't give me that program that I wanted to do. Some point my mom just came to me like she heard that there's this program ongoing. Am I interested? And she told me it was nursing and all that. Well, you know what? Let's just give it a shot.
Yeah.
See how it goes. And I go into nursing. That's
Wow.
just it. Yeah.
Bro, that's an incredible story.
It's incredible. I'm telling you. Even sometimes when I think about it, when I think back about it, I'm like, wow, this it didn't look like it was a good